I have some updates, so I wanted to make a second video today. Primarily, my DCAs have begun again, but we will discuss that in a moment. But let's look at some of the interesting things happening. So there's been this leaked document by this guy named Crypto Mom, and he's been in the community for a while. And he says the SEC's proposed rules on exchange could threaten DeFi. And the SEC, let me just say the SEC is a pain in the butt, right? They're like the most old school group of people. Like they are the sneakiest group that's definitely going to, they're the people that if you ask to, let's say, am I allowed to bring this kombucha into the music festival? They would say, hold on one sec, add this name and brand to the no list, and then come back and say, nope, looks like you can't. That's the type of people I feel like are the SEC, and it's ridiculous. Enforcement is one of the fundamental pillars of, the SEC's mission. Okay, one pillar is policy framework, the law set by Congress, and yeah, but you've also got to examine against those laws. And so they change laws, so it doesn't have anything to do with digital assets, cryptocurrencies, or decentralized finance because they're revising it. It's ridiculous. Now they're saying something like systems that offer the use of non-firm trading interest and communicator protocol bring together buyers and sellers of security. So they're beating around the bush essentially. They're going to probably make it difficult for people like you and I to do our crypto exchange, especially via DeFi, which is, these people don't understand that they're holding back the US economy, and it's people like this that keep the US economy behind and the rest of the world gets ahead, right? It's people like this, and they're just too old. I mean, to be absolutely frank, this is why it's good that people die, because you get old thinking out of the system. But groups like this, these huge government bureaucracies that are just slow moving, are absolute trash in my humble opinion. Just the way I feel. The proposal includes very expansive language, which together with the chair's apparent interest in regulating all things crypto suggests that it could be used to regulate crypto platforms. Not ideal, but whatever. Let's see what happens. Michael Saylor bought at the dip about another $25 million worth of Bitcoin. Now this makes me think, should I be buying some Bitcoin here? Should I just buy one Bitcoin? If there was enough people here, I'd just put a poll out and just, wonder, should I buy one Bitcoin, right? I just impulsively buy it. We're at 38,669. And looking at this, I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're seeing some strength here, right? And there's this argument that we're seeing a descending wedge, I believe. I think that's what they call it. It goes like this, and then it goes like this, and it goes like this, and this is like a bullish signal. I have no idea. I don't know all the chart signals and whatnot. I'm still waiting for stuff to touch this line, and then that's when I'll go. Then I'll start making decisions, I suppose. So we're technical no rush, right? We're getting close to touching the line. We're almost there, but we're a few days away, I suppose. We just started the new day. We're a little negative, but we'll see. Yeah, the descending wedge. There you go. That's considered a bullish sign. So MicroStrategy buys some more. Good for them. They have a cost basis of about $30,000 per coin, 30,200, which is pretty good, right? Not bad. In fact, that is, I would say, pretty much on the low end of things, right? Like if you can purchase Bitcoin around that price, it's a pretty good deal. Which definitely makes me think, should I be stopping my DCAs and just go all in? I don't know, because I wouldn't want to miss a $20,000 Bitcoin. That is my big concern. Like a $20,000 or $25,000 Bitcoin, boy, that would be nice. The next page is really big news. I think this is huge news. India introduced a 30% crypto tax and a digital rupee CBDC by 2022, 2003. This is actually huge news. This kind of regulation is what allows movement forward, right? And so when the SEC does come through and align some laws down into the ground, it's when regular people like our parents and older generations that were never introduced to crypto will finally be able to start putting their cash into this, because they're going to want to have a piece of this, either the retirement funds or their, so many different things. Like they'll have the opportunity to invest, like maybe through their bank, and this kind of stuff is super, super important. So it's good, but it's also a little tough. Like it looks like Nirmala Sitharaman also doesn't like crypto so much, because it seemed like they banned it for a little bit. because a 30% tax, dude, is pretty big. That's a lot of tax. That's like, and this is like India in a nutshell, to be frank with you. Like, in a nutshell, India imposes rules that are almost like taking a ruler. Like, my mom would give me examples. They would take a ruler and you would take your hand out and they would just smack it, right? And this was like, and I think they still do this in India today. It's kind of like, we don't like what you do, but we'll tolerate it. But man, if you do it, we're gonna hit you hard. And so any income from transfer of any virtual digital asset shall be taxed at a rate of 30%, dude. That's insane. That is really high. No deduction in respect of any expenditure or allowance shall be allowed while computing such expense, except the cost of acquisition. Just wild. This, I can tell that she's kind of like nailing it down. This is like an older woman. Look, I don't mean to be ageist, but like, it's true. Older people don't get crypto. Like, look at her. She's got a gray hair and she doesn't give a fuck. Let me.
Shall be taxed at the rate of 30%, 30%.
She's laying it down. She's basically saying, like, I know this. This is the Indian mom, language. She's laying it down. I think in the West, people are a lot more like beating around the bush. In India, it ain't like that. They're just like beating it down. She's laying it down to all these young people that are like buying crypto.
No deduction in respect of any expenditure or allowance shall be allowed while computing such income except cost of acquisition. Further, loss from transfer of virtual digital asset cannot be set off against any other income.
That last part's pretty important. So if you lose a bunch, like, you can't, be like, hey, listen, I'm going to declare a loss this year. It's like, man, you're still paying your 30%. It's pretty wild. That makes it prohibitively difficult to hang out on crypto. So, like, they're dampening their own economy by doing this. They should deregulate this stuff. Obviously, it's not even regulated yet, but they should be bringing the taxes to a reasonable level. Maybe a 5%. Sure, people will reluctantly pay for it. At 30%, you bet people are going to be sneaking around on this thing for sure. Absolutely, right? It's like, by the way, I'm not touching on CBDCs right now. I'm going to make another video on CBDCs. I think they're extremely exciting. Can be difficult, but extremely exciting. I think it's a whole new hemisphere of thinking that nobody understands, absolutely nobody, and it's a really exciting future. We will make a video on CBDC shortly. I will note that down once I find my pencil. Last point. Here's Kanye West being Kanye West, says no to NFTs. It's a blow for the NFT space as Kanye West, or Ye, lashes out against a token in an Instagram post. Okay, Kanye. My focus is on building real products in the real world for real food, real clothes, real shelter. Do not ask me to do any NFT. Yay, ask me later. Okay, so ask me later. Basically, he's going to be like, yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. Here's some NFTs. I don't know. It's irrelevant. I think NFTs are just irrelevant. This guy's office rocker. I'm just covering it because it's an LOL, right? Let's ignore it. Let's move forward. This is the new dashboard. We're on Coin Tracker, right? And this is my email. You can email me at any point. Please don't try to hack in. Luckily, nobody's watching this. This is fine. But this is my dashboard, and we will follow the DCAs here. So this is I put about $20. It was actually like $60 or something, and now we have $1,000. For some reason, it's in Canadian dollars. I'm gonna have to change that to US. But we're gonna put $1,000 in every day, and we'll get going. So we have our yesterday's transaction, we have today's, and we'll keep going. We're off to a great start, and these guys track it and they do a good job. I don't know what happened to Coin Wall. They just stopped letting it in. It looked too technical as well. And Shrimpy, that ridiculous name, Shrimpy, great dashboard, looks great, but they don't accept Bitcoin. What were they thinking? Of course they have to support Bitcoin. So that's everything. I'll change this all to US because I don't know why it's in Canadian. Aside from that, that is all. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you like this content, please subscribe, please like and comment. And I guess you know what we do here every day. We dollar cost $1,000 every day. Follow along, dollar cost with me, and remember that this is financial entertainment and not financial advice. See you guys soon.